Nintendo to release new Mario games in 2020. Wow, I can't wrap my head around this. Like, who could possibly have figured this out? Who could possibly have guessed that Nintendo would be releasing new Mario games in 2020 for their new console, the Nintendo Switch? I wonder how these brilliant insiders managed to figure that out. I'm sure it had nothing to do with the upcoming theme park and all of these situations. I'm sure these people had really insightful sources from the very depths of Nintendo. I am sure that this isn't guesswork. I'm sure this isn't speculation. I'm sure these people know everything what Nintendo is doing. Sources: Nintendo Switch 2020 lineup dominated by Mario games old and new. Super wow, dominated. The way they the way they always come up with this. You would swear these big secret projects, these leaks are the biggest things that Nintendo puts out. I really need to put this out right now. Where's all the information on the new games? Like where are the sources on the new games, right? Like not just the new Mario games, which are not addressed at all in this situation, but on the actual new IPs. It's kind of interesting how stuff like ARMS, like Ring Fit Adventure, like Octopath, like what's another example? Astral Chain. How these things can sort of come out of nowhere, right? And these brilliant leakers can't seem to reveal them at all. But when it comes to the super obvious stuff that I can speculate on. I myself have said that Nintendo has been putting a lot of remakes, putting out a lot of remakes lately, a lot of deluxe editions, and now would be a really good time to re-release 64 and Sunshine. With these people, they're so deep, they're so complex. Nintendo's first-party lineup for the rest of 2020 will be dominated by Mario games old and new, to coincide with the original Super Mario Bros. 35th anniversary. That's according to Eurogamer sources with knowledge of Nintendo's upcoming plans, who have corroborated a report posted by VGC. See, this is the thing. It feels like the Nintendo leakers have sort of evolved. We went from this 2015 to 2017, 2018 era. Probably a little bit. 2012 to 2018 is probably more accurate. Where a bunch of these figureheads, Emily Rogers, Liam Robertson, Laura Kate Dale, Tom Phillips, who actually wrote this article, sort of established themselves as these reliable Nintendo leakers who sort of reveal all this up and coming Nintendo content. In fact, Tom Phillips was the person behind the Pokemon Stars rumors. They take down the. Yep, Tom Phillips. See, Tom Phillips was behind the Pokemon Star rumors and the Star Fox Racing rumors. These people have a history of either making stuff up or only covering things right before it goes live, like with the Wonderful 1 Kickstarter and the Nintendo Direct release dates. Like there are signs when things like this are about to happen, and you shouldn't conflate that with having insider knowledge, because we've seen in the past how this sort of how these people sort of make all these grandiose statements like remember when Mother 3 was supposed to be coming out in the West, being re-released for the 10th anniversary in 2016. It was actually being teased for a long time before like Emily Rogers was so became so notorious for saying that like every couple of months, right? It's we're sort of in a similar position right now where these people are making rumors and speculation based on conjecture, right? The same kind of conjecture I use, but rather than present it as just a theory or an idea or speculation, they're posting it as a legit, reliable thing, as like real news, which is one of the reasons why I'm so dead set against it. There is no reason to comment on this when you're not absolutely sure. And I know people will come out here and say, "Oh, they're reliable. They have a history." Yeah, they have a history of being wrong, as I've addressed in the past. These are no name sites that really shouldn't be taken seriously. I encourage most people, most viewers, to simply tune this out and wait for an official announcement from Nintendo. And I do think one of the downsides of not tying in the big names, Emily Rogers in particular, to these rumors seems to be that like people aren't really talking about it as much. Without that like Emily Rogers stamp of approval, it's not getting the traction it needs to really become a big story. But if it did get that at this stage, I would be there making fun of it. And they're trying to prevent that, I think. People like me, like, bringing up her past, her history, and just bringing up all of these issues. Like, look at this. They're making stories clickbait out of nothing. More details emerge on Mario Switch remasters, Sunshine Galaxy, and more to be re-released as a special anniversary collection. So yeah, All Stars 2 essentially. As first reported by VentureBeat, like they keep citing each other. They always do this. Like, oh, this website said this. Yeah, this is a new story. They keep like, let's see, who wrote this article? Yeah, a lot of these people are new. Tom Phillips is the only name I'm recognizing here. Let's see. The core of the report is that the focus on Nintendo Mario's 35th anniversary at E3. Yeah. A new Paper Mario game, the upcoming Mario film. Let's see. For the remasters, our sources telling us that Nintendo is pursuing something like a Super Mario All-Stars 2 for the 3D Mario games. Yeah, Nintendo really has to find a way to put a stop to this shit because it's really getting annoying. Finally, Nintendo expect to fill out the Mario celebrations in other ways as well. This could even mean more Mario games on the Nintendo Switch Online subscription. Yeah. Oh, yep, we already have our first mistake. I originally wrote that the 3D Mario collection would include Super Mario 64, Sunshine and Galaxy, and Super Mario Galaxy 2. I changed that to Drop Galaxy 2. If that's happening, I cannot confirm it. So yeah, they're already going back on certain things they've said, which makes me think they're not altogether all that confident about this news, or they're already making basic mistakes. It's oof. I mean, it's not outside the realm of the possibility that Nintendo would make a new Mario game, or a new All-Stars even. Again, they did this 10 years ago with the original All-Stars on Wii, which was actually my first experience with Super Mario Bros. 3, actually. 2 as well, I think. Maybe not 2. Yeah, it was 2. Big fan of... hard to believe that was only 10 years ago. Holy shit. But, yeah, I would support a Super Mario All-Stars 2. I would support, like, a collection of 3D Marios with new mechanics and features and levels, especially for the older games. But maybe 3D World could actually benefit from a deluxe treatment, right? Like I might actually pick that up, assuming they actually add in a significant amount of content. I online play like that might be worth owning 3D World Deluxe for, right? Uh, I I feel that this is exciting news, but that's exactly why you shouldn't really cover it. Because it feels like, especially when it comes to the Paper Mario rumor, you're setting people up for disappointment if it doesn't happen. Like, just wait for the actual release. You know what I mean? Like, it really does feel like this is just an attempt to get people to click on these websites. It's unbelievable, and it really is frustrating to watch. Seeing like every couple of years, usually in the first half of the year, right before E3, usually in January, February, March, these slower months, right? These people always come out with these new stories about like what Nintendo is going to be doing, and usually they're wrong. Sometimes they've gotten certain details right, but for the most part, they've been clearly wrong, especially when it comes to big announcements. And this could go either way at this stage. I'm not going to come out here and say this is definitely fake. All of it is definitely fake. But there are certain details about it that sort of makes me raise my eyebrows and makes me think that, like, yeah, Game Explain, they shouldn't be covering this. Like, these journalists, gaming journalists, shouldn't be covering this. This is something that people need to fight back against and be knowledgeable on. This is not acceptable.